Alright, hello drone family. I'm ready to unbox my DJI goggles N3 goggles, I believe. And to let you know, I put the goggles, as you know, usually for my trusty DJI Nero, where there's 5 propellers. I suggest y'all should get the one with the 5 propellers because it's noisy, but it don't scream as much as the default ones with those black 3 propellers. So the more propellers you have, the more quiet it'll be. It's a lot quiet. And my wife testified to that, not just me, my wife. But anyway, I'm here to unbox the goggles. But before I do that, so let me let y'all know I'm not new to the drone world. I've been doing it for roughly a year. I definitely bought my first Baltimore SE drone. It's in here. Here's my Baltimore SE Atom drone. I bought it December 2024. And I'm gonna say, before I even got a drone, for the new people thinking about getting a drone, before I even got the drone, before I bought any professional grade drone, I bought one of these nano drones, which I still use sometimes to fly around my house. So nano drone first, then I upgraded to the Baltimore Atom, a good beginner drone, got high ratings. Then after flying for several months, I got my DJI Mini 4 Pro in here. And after that, I got my DJI Air 3S. Now back to the Mini 4 Pro. Let's unbox the goggles. And after I unbox the goggles, you don't have to charge them up. I'll have my first test flight with the goggles. So let's see. And it should be the goggles that I said on eBay. They said I should get it today. I got it today. Let me do this. That's number 1. Do this. Number 2. Now hopefully. Okay, and I better do this for number 3. I better cut right down in the middle. Cut down here. Number 3, cut down here. Now, technically, hopefully, good. I'm starting to open it. Okay, good. I can open it. Here we go. My first unboxing. You can see, I haven't unboxed it and put it back in and take it out again. Fresh unboxing. Here's guards. I can throw that away. And I see that little box right here. Here's the box right here. Alright. Goggles N3. Let's unbox this. Okay, I have to do it the old-fashioned way. I have to rip it open, I guess. I gotta rip this thing open. Let me go from the bottom. Yeah. So when you do it, it's best to do it from the bottom. Here we go. Here's some stuff to throw away. Okay, and I watched some videos on the N3 goggles. Here, got this, nothing. Here, it looked like it should be something here, but it's not. I already watched. The only thing in the box is just the N3 goggles. So, no instruction book either. You just give you the N3 goggles. I guess they want you to look online. And as I saw from my other little videos I watched, inside, they got this little covering pad to protect it. Oh, and they got a little strap on here. They got something to protect the lenses. So I gotta take these off. See, the other people didn't show me that. I guess they open it and put it back in. It got a lens protector. I gotta take this off. Here we go. And that's basically it. You know, on the top, it got an SD card slot. Luckily I have plenty of SD cards. And I got the charging hub, which I'm going to do now. So stay tuned. And we'll see the DJ, me using these. Oh, and I forgot. Yes, they are. They are nice and light. Let me put them on. Yeah, it fits my head. Oh, it fits my head size. I don't got to adjust nothing. And it looks, I see a little bit of something here, but for the most part it looks good. I see a little bit light on the side. Let me see if I put my hand right here. I see something on the side a little bit. But for less than $300, I ain't gonna complain a lot. It's nice, and it looks smaller, so I guess the Goggles 3 even smaller than this. They look big on the video, but in my hand they small, and it's not heavy. Like you said, here's the battery right here. Yeah, here's the little cable. Here's the battery here, so it balances out, and it looks nice and small compared to my other goggles that I bought, which I don't have. I left them on my job. All right, I'm gonna charge it up. After I charge up, I'm gonna do my little test flight. I guess it'll take roughly 3 hours to charge up. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Welcome back to my, you can call this my second part of the video. I've charged my N3 goggles. I've had them running overnight, so I'm gonna turn them on now. And I'm gonna show you something to do that I don't see on most YouTube channels. I'm gonna show you what you have to do soon as your goggles have been charged. I have my goggles, let me turn them on. They're on. You probably can see a little green light flashing. Then the next thing you have to do, you have to get one of these USB-C cables. They both have to have the male attachment on here. With the male attachment. And it's good to get one that's roughly like 2 meters long, so you can have a family member or a friend watch you fly with the goggles on, because I doubt most people are going to have the DJI Fly app on their phone if you don't fly no drones. Since you got the goggles, more than likely you may own 1 or 2 more drones. So, and I know you probably had the DJI Fly app on your phone. So the goggles, they need the DJI Fly app, and it's best to get the USB-C cable with the 2 male attachments. Then you hook it up, you go to the top. Here it is right here. I'm gonna hook it up on the top. I hook it up, you see it's hooked up. Then you take the other end, here's my other end, then you plug that right into your particular cell phone. I'm gonna hook it up right here. And when of course your phone got to be on, your phone to be on. You have the headsets on. It will automatically start the DJI Fly app, and it will automatically prompt you what to do next. Then, when it's fully installed in the software, like it did for me yesterday, it will tell you to connect to the RC motion controller or whatever controller you want to use. In this case, I'm using an RC remote controller. So first, what you have to do, you have to pair it. You know, you click this button. Before it starts pairing, it's pairing. Then you click this button and you wait for it to start pairing. But I'm not, because I've already paired it. And if you know DJI tools, or drones, you already have an idea how to pair. You know, you got to click it once. Then the second click, you leave your finger on there. You're going to hear the same beeping sound. After it pairs with this, then you can pair it with your Neo. And I believe it will ask you to pair with the Neo. I don't know which one comes first, the RC controller or the Neo, but it will request for you to pair it to something. After that, the goggles will begin to give you a tutorial. Now, I can't show you the tutorial because I didn't record nothing on here yet. I have my SD card right here, my SD card in there, because I checked. I don't think this, and I'm not sure if I'm wrong, somebody let me know. I don't think it has any internal memory. I can turn it off now. Alright, let me see. Keep your finger there for several seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I usually do it. 4 seconds. I better do it longer. Oh, so I guess that was long. I guess this was short enough. Okay, let me do that. Turn it off. I push the button once, but it's alright. But that's the thing you gotta do after you pair it up. It's gonna ask you to connect the remote control, the RC control, And it's going to actually pair with the drone. Then after that, it's going to give you a host of little tutorials in here if you're not used to the goggles, which I'm not. So I did the tutorials. I was working on it. You know, it's not when you deal with electronics, it never go easy. So I was able to see through the goggles. I was able to see my drone through the goggles and move it around, lift off, and land it. But I gotta make it, turn. So I'll worry about that tomorrow. So the next thing I'll be showing you all, me actually taking on a little test run. Stay tuned. Welcome, drone family, to my first flight with the jack of all trades, the DJI Neo drone via the N3 goggles and the RC motion controller. Before I go into my little first flight, I want to go up the DJI Neo. I think I'm the first one that says the Neo. It truly is a jack of all trades. You know, when you're a jack of all trades, you have skill at everything, but you're not a master of none. This is why the Neo is a jack of all trades. As you see right here, I'm using my N3 goggles and RC controller to begin using it, because this is my first flight ever. My first flight ever outside my first flight. I practiced in my classroom when all my students was there, and thank God I did, because I got used to the RC controller. But I said the DJI is a jack of all trades, because you can use it with multiple controllers. You don't need no controllers. You can use the controller on your phone, and the list goes on and on and on. I don't think no other drone is like the Neo. The Neo is one of a kind, and it functions like those, I forgot what they're called, the X1 Max, them little square hand landing thing. You know them squares, they like a little teeny rectangular thing with the square rectangular arms, and they land in your hand. I guess it's called the X1 Pro, whatever it's called. It's based on that design, but the price is way cheaper. Roughly 3 times cheaper, because I think when I checked before, the X1, the beginning level drone is like $499. So it's roughly 4 times cheaper. The Neo, $199. So here we are, with me experimenting out inside with my using of the N. And I discovered something important while I was in my classroom. I had trouble using my drone. I was able to take off, inside of a building. I discovered that. Remember, if you're ever using your the goggles inside of a building, like a school building or your house, it may not take off. This drone, it needs to take off fast. It has GPS connections, because when I was in my classroom, the GPS signal was 0, so it didn't take. I had to keep fumbling with it to make it work. And the most important thing I discovered, if you got the goggles now, the N3 goggles, or the goggles for the Avata, what's it called, the goggles 3, you always see the RC controller in somebody's hand. But I discovered, when you have the RC controller in your hand, your wrist has to be basically parallel with your body. Your wrist should never really move anywhere. You can make it slightly rotate. No, the movement is rotation. Rotate left, rotate right. But you don't move in and out with your wrist. You don't flip your wrist any. That don't make the drone work. It works. The RC controller works when you rotate your left. When you rotate your wrist, either rotate left, and rotate right. And I discovered that what makes the drone fly. Because I was gonna take the drone to a local a drone repair guy to get it to work, until I just sat down. I watched the video. And somebody, they didn't say the wrist thing. I just saw his wrist. Wasn't moving. I just saw his wrist was locked in place, and he just was going left and right, and that made the drone move. So you see right here, I was successful with just flicking my wrist left and right. And the more you rotate it left, the more you rotate it right, that makes it turn sharper. And then see, this would also confuse me about the drone. At first I thought the drone could not, in drone terminology, I thought it couldn't yaw left and it couldn't yaw right. On its own, it will not yaw. You have to put a gentle touch towards you on the trigger. Then you gotta turn your wrist. You gotta gently pull the trigger, then turn your wrist, rotate your wrist left or right, then it will yaw. So no one ever told me that. You know, I just see people on a YouTube video, you just see the people flying. They never given me the intricacies of the drone. Like I said, your wrist motion. Your wrist has to be locked. All you just doing it and making your wrist rotate left, rotate right. But it better be stable. It better not be flipping in and out, bending and out. It can't be bending. That don't make the drone work. It's that rotation. Then I said for the yaw, to make it just flipper, just turn yaw left or right, you have to, you know, flip your wrist to the right or left, and you have to gently pull the trigger, and then it was flip around. See, nobody ever told me that. I had to discover it on. But see, welcome into my first little flight, getting used to it. As you see right here, I'm just going around my little local little school park, and I think that's what I'm going to practice at to build up my speed. As you already see right here, I'm facing the playground. And the thing I like about the Neo versus the Avata is not faster though. You know, the Avata faster, but at this playground you see right here, when I master how to maneuver the Neo, I can be zipping all through these little artifacts on the playground. The Avata, since it's the size of a normal mini drone, it cannot go through these things in this playground easily. But the Neo, since it's twice as small, I can go there. And that's why I think I got the goggles for the Neo. I may not be able to go as fast like the Avata right now. I may even get the Avata one day. But with the Neo, you see in the picture, it's faster than it's moving. When I have it with the those RC controllers, and I just have it in normal mode. So normal mode, and it's faster than when I have it on an RC controller, I believe. So what is it going to be like when I master? So thank you for stopping by, good people. If you get the RC controller, I think it's a if you get the goggles in 3, I think it's a worthwhile investment. You're not spending $4.99.